Good Saturday morning, everybody. It's I, Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, and oh my God, how many requests for this cartoon did we get? I don't know, but I do know that the first person to request it was Bill Langan. Bill says here in my notes here, and I can't really read this, so whoever wrote this needs to be a doctor, because this is some chicken scratch, but surprised I don't like Frizz. Chuck praises him. So apparently Bill is surprised that I don't like Frizz Freeling because Chuck Jones praises him. Well, Bill, to that end, I would just say I'm sure that Chuck's opinion of his creative output post-1970 is very different from mine, and hence, just because Chuck thinks something is so does not make it so, or a worthy opinion. But I will say this, Bill. You picked one of the Frizz cartoons that are on my list of favorites. I think this might be my second or third favorite. The first one being Birds Anonymous. And plus, part of the reason I love this so much is because it's Shorty Rogers and Stan Freberg, really. Freberg is let me just say this. If you don't have yourself a copy of Stan Freberg's The United States of America, you've lived a sheltered life. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the second one. He did a second. It's an album basically, and he did it in the '60s, and some sketch comedy songs. But the second one wasn't so good. But I will say this. Here we go. Let's get the Liberace joke in here.
On 88.
I wish my brother George was here.
I'm gonna do everything I can to not sing this song, but I do know every word to this particular song. Come on, cats, we're going to town. I didn't plan it this way, folks, but this is the third week in a row that the requests have dictated that we do Frizz Freeling cartoons that were featured in the Looney Bugs Bunny movie. But this because I watched that so many times as a kid, I definitely know this cartoon. I'm not sure that Mel has anything to do with this. Mel Blanc has anything to do with this cartoon. And also the music is all Shorty Rogers, too. That's the other thing you need to know. 1957, that's right around the time Stalling was either gearing up to retire or he already had. I think 1958 was when he officially retired. And the reason I say that is because I'm pretty sure he was involved with What's Opera Doc with Milt Franklin. But I know it was 57, 58, sometime around then. But no Milt Franklin, no Carl Stalling, all Shorty Rogers. Unlike Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs, which was, Stalling had to kind of work with the jazz musicians and make the final compositions himself. Unlike this one, came a ray of hope.
I could disguise myself. Boy, what a dope.
You can tell too, just from the ambience in this music. It sounds like they recorded in the exact same room in the Warner Brothers orchestra room. It's got that same building resonance.
it all in stride. They figured out another way to get inside.
Oh yeah, this is the one part where it actually stops the music. Is it? Wait, no. That when I finally did see this cartoon on its own, I was very upset by this part. It's the only time where the music actually comes to a stop.
I'm not stuck. If I can't blow it down, I'll blow it up.
The other person to mention is William Lava, because he was around in these days too, starting to be involved a little more. But I was always sad they didn't have more with the big bad wolf here in other cartoons.
Bad Wolf, he learned the rule. You gotta get hot to play real cool.
How are you not jamming to this, man? It's hard not to jam to this. Oh, Shorty Rogers, man, he can play a tune. So, Joe, Mr. Weatherford, thank you for making this request. I would have done it eventually, but I'm glad to do it now.